Okay, guys, I am back again with my sixth video in my moon sign series. So if you've been watching the other ones, you know I like to get right to the point because I got a few more of these to do and I'm trying to knock them all out today. So thank y'all so much. We are on Virgo moon. So if you have a Virgo moon, this is for you. Remember your moon sign. Sorry, my brain is everywhere. Your moon sign. So your moon sign is your emotions, it is your mind, it is also connected to your mother. It's also connected to nourishment, meaning like, well, food for one, but did your mom nourish you emotionally? Do y'all have a connection? Do you not? It's also wealth, and things like that. So if you have a Virgo moon, this is for you. Now remember, Virgo, it rules the sixth house of work, routines, health, those type of things, holistic type of practices. So if you have a Virgo moon, remember it's an earth sign. It's also a feminine sign, meaning it's more emotionally based than it is logical thinking. Like myself, I have a Sag moon, which is a fire sign, which is a logical sign, it's a masculine sign. People don't think that I care, but I do. My delivery is a little bit more intense. Virgo is a mutable sign, meaning it can adapt to change. That's why I like traveling with mutable signs, because I don't like to plan. As a Sagittarius moon, it's a mutable sign. Sometimes things go awry, and I want to be with people who can just adapt to change. So Virgo moons can adapt to change as well. And it's again represented by the Virgin, meaning Virgos like everything clean. Like they don't like disorganization. They are all about the hygiene and just making everything right. So Virgo moon, if you have a Virgo moon, you can be somebody who's very, very practical and pays a lot of attention to detail. Now, some people might see it as a negative, but I see it as a positive, because people like me who have a lot of fire energy, I'm always doing things super, super fast and I miss a lot of stuff. I could have a typo. I could have, forgot a whole paragraph of something of whatever I'm writing, but the Virgo will literally analyze it and look at every single thing. Virgo energy is very detail oriented. So they're very organized and have like a very efficient nature. My mom has a lot of Virgo placements, and I would always be like, oh my gosh, why is she always telling me to clean? Why does she always get on to me about like something being out of place? Now I know where that Virgo energy comes from. So that's a good thing. I mean, sometimes it could be a little bit too much, but it's a good thing to have somebody who can pay attention to detail and can see all of those things. Very analytical in nature. Virgo moons can be very good at problem solving skills. Like I said, they have that energy to take the time out to look over every single thing and analyze every single thing. Because like I said, it rules the sixth house of like work and routines and health. It's also very healing and a very like service oriented type of energy. Virgo moons can like to give a lot. I actually did a reading yesterday for a girl who is a traveling nurse, and she has a Virgo moon, so it is a service type of energy, like to help and heal. They also can be very sensitive, like I said, very sensitive, very caring, because they want to help. It rules the house of health, and it's probably wants to help people and heal them and make them be a little bit healthier. But on the negative, I don't want to say, well, you know what, let's call it on the opposite end, because every sign has its positive and negative. But a Virgo moon can also be seen as somebody who's overly critical of their self as well as other people, especially Virgo risings, because your rising sign is your body personality, how everyone sees you, so can be overly critical. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. If you watch my Gemini video, Mercury rules over Gemini and Virgo, so a lot of times Virgo placements, Gemini placements can always be in their head. They always are like creating so much because they want to perfect everything. They give themselves a lot of anxiety, which also can lead to a lot of intestinal issues, because Virgo rules over the intestines, can like have a lot of like stomach issues or something like that, because they're always like in their head. Remember, stress creates health problems, so stop. Okay, Virgo moon. So again, a lot of they tend to worry a lot. They tend to overanalyze everything a lot. Can be like, oh my gosh, I have this thing wrong with me. And and it's really like not there, but because they're in their head so much, they've created the actual illness, because stress creates illness. So remember, y'all, stop stressing. They can be somebody who's seen to be like very perfectionistic. Like I said, they want everything right. Like the Virgo is going to be the Virgo moon. Virgo placements are going to be like scanning the room to see, like, if a picture frame is turned to the side, they're going to want to correct it. Or like if your name tag is upside down, they're going to say something about it. Like they just cannot hold their tongue. They can be, like I said, have very high expectations too, because they want everything done right. Their expectations are going to be very high. But they can be a little bit, I want to say, difficult in expressing emotions. Like I said, just always in their head, always worrying. So how it comes out or how it delivers, they can think about that a lot and possibly just kind of withhold expressing their emotions and have a fear of making mistakes because they always want everything done right. They don't want to make a mistake. And if they do, it's like, oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. But remember, the moon is tied to your mother. So if you have a Virgo moon, your mama was probably like this. Remember your moon sign, if you're Virgo moon, it doesn't mean that your mom was a Virgo, but she carried these type of tendencies or this type of nature. So it could be one of two things. It could be either that she was very practical with you and had a very supportive relationship with you and just always was like, she emphasized like a lot of responsibility or make sure you pay attention to detail type of things, or she could have been somebody who was very over like critical with you or overly critical with you, had like some kind of like perfectionistic type of behavior with you where like you got to get it right, you have to clean this, you have to do this, and it's like you would feel like you don't live up to what she wants you to be, like a very inadequate type of nature, like have a lot of anxiety because it's like, oh my gosh, like I can never do anything right for my mom kind of thing. So if you have a Virgo moon, that was for you, y'all. Like I said, really quick analysis. If you like a more in-depth reading, again, go ahead and contact me on any social media platform at the end of this video. Thank y'all so much. Now it is time for me to get onto a Libra moons, y'all. I got a story about them.